We all should be horrified today by the way that the president of Ukraine, Zelensky, was treated today. I mean, the implications of the 2024 election were so big. What people have to understand is that American elections do not just have consequences for the citizens that live here, they have consequences for the people around the world if they do not turn out to be great. The president of the United States is a powerful person, regardless if it's a man or a woman. And what happened today with the way that he was treated was confirmation that the United States has joined the Axis powers. Donald Trump, for years, since his first presidency, has touted and floated his love and admiration for dictators. Viktor Orban in Hungary, North Korean's dictator Kim Jong-un, Vladimir Putin in Russia being one of the biggest ones. Allegations of a love affair even happening. But what we do have to understand is that Donald Trump is compromised by Russia completely. And he is going to allow them to completely take Ukraine. And Putin is going to have his eyes set on the rest of the world in terms of not just rebuilding the Soviet Union, but also going into other countries and other territories, including Europe, including Great Britain, including coming to Canada and the United States and other countries as well. That's going to happen. And with these negotiations that's happening right now, and Vance and Trump gaslighting, the president of Ukraine, Zelensky, saying, you're not being grateful enough, you're being disrespectful, you come in the Oval Office wearing clothes. This is someone who has expressed so much courage and valor as a leader. He is on the front lines with his people, fighting for their country, something that Trump would never do. He is on the front lines in Ukraine, fighting with the people, standing with the people in the streets, saying, you will not take our country. If you want to take it, come in here by force. I'm the president of Ukraine. I will stay. Zelensky has had a chance to leave and to flee Ukraine, but he has stayed. That is a man with more courage and dignity and respect than Trump will ever have. We must understand here the dangerous part about this as well in terms of the United States joining the Axis powers, the dictatorships of the world, as democracies are crumbling around the world and far-rightism is continuing to rise as the resistance movement is growing. What we also have to understand about this is that this echoes history. There were so many deals, if we could stop, if we just give Hitler this country, he'll stop taking countries. If we just give Hitler one more country, he surely won't invade this country. Hitler continued to invade countries. World War II was not just about the Holocaust. It was about global domination from Germany in terms of them stretching their reach and their powers and how far they could get. So they got very, very close to the United States when they invaded Great Britain. It's not too long after that Hitler committed suicide. What we are watching here is the appeasement of a known dictator, Vladimir Putin, who is merciless, who is soulless, and he will go into Ukraine and take it by force. Or he'll just take it if it's given to him by Trump, which is going to happen, something that Vice President Kamala Harris warned us about ahead of the 2024 election. So we're not just going to see the fall of Ukraine, but we're going to see other countries, in effect, being taken over and invaded, because it is the appeasement of dictators that lets them know that I can run over you. Lets them know that I can take more and more and more. And that's exactly what's going to happen. And we will be complicit in that because we are now on the side of the Axis powers. We have abandoned our allies. We are stepping away from globalism, which is something Project 2025 talked about. What does stepping away from globalism looks like? It looks like withdrawing from the World Health Organization, withdrawing from the Paris Climate Accord, withdrawing from the United Nations Human Rights Council. Also soon to withdraw from NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, as well as other foreign groups and coalitions that were founded after World War I to essentially stop a nuclear war. But it's clear that we note here what's happening. The United States is on the side of the Axis powers, and it's with the full aiding and abetting of the current Vice President and President of the United States. They berated Zelensky today, the President of Ukraine. Think about what that means. We are not on the side of good here. We are on the side of North Korea and Kim Jong-un and Javier Milei and Argentina and Viktor Orban in Hungary. We are on that side of history.